Hello and welcome to another episode of Hollywood Oracle. Hopefully, you took some time to pick out your pile. I'm really gonna have to lower this sign so you guys can see that more. It's the Beetlejuice sign. But without further ado, if you picked pile one, let's figure out what are people thinking about you at the workplace. Your card is truth. So let's see pile one. What are people thinking about you at work? What are your coworkers thinking about you at work? Pile one. What are your coworkers thinking about you at work? Pile one. What are your coworkers thinking about you at work? Pile one. Your first card is children. So, right off the back, it's possible that people at work kind of think either maybe you're childish or maybe the job that you do at work might be a little childish compared to what everybody else does there. That's kind of what I'm picking up with this childish card. What do my coworkers think of my pal number one at work? We have growth in reverse. So again, I'm just kind of getting that like childish energy. People might think you're a little bit immature, maybe, you know, they think you're lazy, or maybe they just don't think you work hard. Maybe you complain a lot about things. What do people think about my pile number one? So I don't think they trust you, pile number one. So we have deception here, and the card you chose was truth. So I mean, deception is in the upright. So with truth, so they might think you're a very truthful person. Maybe you're very kind of blunt. You don't really deceive people because we have the deceive. Well, actually, deceive is in the upright. So maybe people do feel like you are deceitful. Maybe they think you kind of hide the truth, because if you look in the truth card here, this is the part of the movie in Beetlejuice where she's taking pictures of the ghosts and she realizes that they have um, no feet. So I'm kind of getting like people kind of think that maybe there's people who think that you're like an honest kind of person, but actually what people actually really think is you're not. You're a deceitful person. And again, this is just perception of how people view you, so don't take this personally. But again, we're getting that childish kind of vibe. Can't be trusted. How do people think of my pile number one at work? We have the forgiveness in the upright. So with that card, what I'm kind of getting from that card is people, they just kind of, look over you. They don't really, I feel like most people's minds are already made up about you, so it's not really forgiveness. That's not really I'm getting from this card. I'm getting more so kind of, they just kind of like, well, that's so-and-so, or, we all know what so-and-so does. What do people think about my pile number one? We have gifts in the reverse. So people, have the impression that, you're not someone that's really just going to give, for nothing. Maybe you're one of those people who, as I like to say, you act your wage at work. So, if they only pay you, minimum wage, and you're only doing minimum wage work there. So, they get the idea that like, yeah, you're not doing anything without any kind of incentive. What does my pile number one? And again, we have the truth card that comes out again here. And that one is actually in the reverse. So again, that's kind of what I'm getting. You have the deceitful card and the truth card in reverse. So I don't think people think you're very trustworthy at work. Maybe maybe they find you mysterious. Maybe, you have a small circle. You don't really talk to people or open up. So that could be why people are thinking that, you're not a trustful person, or a truthful person. What do they think of my pile number one at work? We have mirroring. So people kind of feel like, you kind of just copy what other people do. I guess it kind of depends on what your work is, whether or not you're copying them, or maybe it is, if you can kind of see in this card, if you've never seen the movie, they're both wearing the same outfits, and the guy's like, kind of like, what's going on? So maybe it is that, like, you copy other people's work, and you take credit for it, and that could be why people see you as deceptive, um, and having the truth card in reverse. So they might think, you lie. Maybe you steal other people's work and claim it as your own. What do people think? My pile number one, silence here. So again, I'm kind of getting that feel of, like, mysteriousness. Maybe, like, again, like I said, maybe you just have a small circle. Maybe you keep yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. I definitely keep to myself for the most part at work. There's only a select few people that I really talk to, so there's nothing wrong with that. And again, this is just people's perception, but people really do feel like you can't be trusted. You don't tell the truth. You kind of, maybe steal people's work, or you kind of copy people's work. um, and again, with that silence card, I'm getting, childish, but you're silent. You still keep to yourself, or maybe just a lot of people don't really talk to you. How do people feel about my pile number one here at work? So we have meditation in reverse. So meditation in reverse, I'm kind of getting like, they don't, again, I'm picking up on that childish energy. They don't really feel like you're a deep person. Maybe, you don't really go inward. Maybe you have a lot of shadow work that needs to be done, but I'm definitely getting that energy of, like, people see you as immature. You're just not the type of worker that they maybe prefer to work with. What do people... So we have the marriage card in the upright. See, I'm kind of feeling with the marriage card here that, how to explain this, best explain this. There's some people who don't really care for a job, but they keep showing up for it anyways, if that makes any sense. So kind of like, you're not really looking for any new work. You kind of just accepted that this is your job, so you're here, but people would, I'm kind of feeling they would prefer that you're not here. Definitely with the marriage card, they just feel like, or maybe it's just the possibility that you've been in this job for so long, and the workplace is kind of like a toxic environment, or environment that's very stressful, and you've maybe changed as a person while working here, so you kind of just married to the job at this point. You're not really looking for anything else. What do people think about my pile number one in the workplace? This guy kind of shot out. So we have listen here in the upright. So I feel like there are some people who definitely listen to you when you talk, when you speak, maybe eavesdrop on your conversations to kind of see what you're talking about, or who you're talking about for that matter. I'm kind of getting real, like, gossipy from that card, that energy card. Let's see, how do people feel about my pile number one? So we have secrets in reverse here. So again, I mean, we have truth in reverse. We have the truth as the in the upright, as the card that you actually chose, but we also have deception on in the upright as well. So again, I'm just kind of getting this feeling like, maybe people feel like you can't keep secrets, or there are no secrets about you. Everybody kind of knows everything, or maybe there's a lot of gossip surrounding you, and some are true, some are false. But I am kind of seeing this like immature energy of kind of what people think of you, But again, it still seems like you're somebody who kind of keeps to themselves. Again, you just kind of do your work, put your head down, and whatever the case is. I'm gonna pull you one extra one, but since you got the truth card twice, and let's see how do people feel about my pile number one here. So we have admirer. So maybe you're the bad boy at work, and or the bad girl, whichever one you prefer. But you definitely have some admirers at work. Some people who kind of look in your direction. They have that googly eye look going on, as you can see in the card. And maybe this marriage card is just some people who actually want to be in a relationship with you, and that's very possible as well. Or some people who actually want to marry you or could see you as marriage material. And the children card, that can be taken another way as well. You know, how people see you at work. They could see you maybe as a good parent as well with the children card. Maybe they know you have children, and they think your children are cute. They see that you take care of your children as well. So that's what I'm getting here for pile number one. I will pull you some advice cards from the major advice deck over here for Major Pain. Just see what Spirit has to say. Oh, sorry, I guess I should have said I'm shuffling right now for those of you who do not want to or want to turn down the volume if you're listening with headphones. Let's see. Can we get a couple advice cards here? All right. So your first advice card is show no mercy. So advice, Spirit here is just kind of tell you, Spirit, God, universe, whatever you believe in, is just kind of telling you like, stand your ground. Don't worry about what people are saying about you. Like, again, this is just people's perception of you. It's not the actual perception of who you are. So maybe, you are quiet. Maybe, people just don't trust you because you're so quiet, whatever the case is. Let's see, can we have a couple extra cards here for pile number one? Just give us some advice cards here, Spirit. Do you want it? Earn it. So maybe there's some type of promotion coming up, or maybe you just want a new job title at work, and that's possible as well. Maybe you want more pay, and you're wondering why you're not getting raises or bonuses. That's kind of a double-sided blade, I would say, because sometimes you just get more work for doing better at work and not necessarily the pay that you are looking for. So I would say, if the second one is the case, then it might be time for you to look elsewhere for a job. Let me just get two more here for advice cards for pile number one. There will be hell to pay. So I feel like, if anybody does really try anything, I do feel like your spirit guides, whoever it is you have watching over you, maybe a loved one that passed, is definitely looking out for you. They're definitely make sure that nobody, messes with you at work. And I mean, that's awesome to have that kind of spiritual protection and not have to worry. One more here for pile number one. It says, beware of your surroundings. And it's kind of hard to see, but this is the part where they sneak into Major Payne's bed and they think he's asleep, but he's actually awake. So I think this is Spirit just kind of hitting that again on the head, saying, you know what, we're looking out for you at least in the spiritual realm, but we can't look out for you in the physical realm. So just be aware of who you're around, who you're talking to, who you're telling your business to, but at least Spirit's got your back. So that is it for you, pal number one. Thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe if you found this message helpful, and you'll get updated on the newest readings. Thank you. Bye. Hello, pile number two. Your card here is growth. 333. So it's possible that you are seeing angel numbers a lot. I have been seeing angel numbers quite a bit as well. So it's possible that your spirit guides are trying to get in touch with you. Maybe try some meditation, turning kind of everything off, turning the lights off, turning your phone off if necessary, and just kind of closing your eyes, just kind of keep an ear out for whatever spirit might be trying to tell you. Okay, let's get into your reading. Pile number two. What do your coworkers think about you? What do your coworkers think about you? Pile number two. We have balance as your first card in reverse. So so kind of as right now, coworkers kind of see you a little bit unbalanced. Maybe they think you're a little bit unsure of, what to do. Maybe if you're thinking about switching jobs or something, people just kind of see you as teetering. Maybe it's something in your personal life that's been distracting you from your work. So people at work just kind of see you as a little bit unbalanced. Your second card is guidance in the upright. So with that balance card as well, and guidance. Could be right now. You could, people could see you as, maybe going to therapy or getting help for something that maybe you're addicted to, but they just really think that you're going through something in your life right now at work. Again, this is just perception; doesn't mean it's actually happening in your actual life. But this is how people at work perceive you. Let's see. Next card is compassion. So people at work definitely have compassion. I kind of feel like some people at work probably know kind of a little bit or the gist of what's going on. It's possible that the people you told other people that does happen, and even some of the people you would think would not tell uh, told other people. So people are just being a little bit compassionate toward your situation, or maybe just giving you a little extra break when it comes to work if you work on a line or something like that. As far as inspections go, they're just being compassionate of the situation you're currently in, and that's what how people kind of feel about you right now. Let's see, mirroring. So with the mirroring card, especially in the up reverse, it's possible that maybe you're dealing with somebody who, doesn't have the best. Um, I don't want to say necessarily appearance, because in that card they're actually wearing the same thing, but maybe it's possible that they're seeing you as like mirroring maybe the attitude of the person that you're having problems with, if that makes sense. So if that person kind of has like a bad attitude, you're maybe possibly bringing that to work with you, and people are just kind of getting the crossfire of whatever's going on. Or it's possible that you have a work relationship and people are kind of getting caught in the middle of you two. Let's see what other cards that we have for pile number two. See some more cards for pile number two here. We have two that we're going to shoot out, so I would take those. We have strength in the reverse. So again, that kind of goes with the balance card and the guidance card. Maybe you're just feeling a little bit lost, or that's just how people are perceiving you. You're a little bit lost in life, maybe just as far as what you want to do with your life. Or maybe people are just seeing you down and out. It's possibly that you went through some type of breakup. Maybe you lost somebody. People are being compassionate of your situation. So, I mean, take that how that fits. If you did lose somebody, or maybe you went through a bad breakup, but people are kind of seeing you down and out at the moment. Your other card is protected in the reverse as well. So again, I think that kind of just links into everything. Like maybe, you don't feel protected. Maybe at the moment you feel like kind of everybody is against you. I've been there, trust me. And being a tarot card reader, you kind of feel that way anyways, especially with people who, may not believe in the things that you believe in, or, they look at this as some type of devil worshiping. But regardless, people just kind of feel like, you um, don't feel protected. Maybe you're lashing out at this point in time, or maybe you're just not getting along with everybody at work due to whatever situation you're going through. See a couple of cards for how to. We have forgiveness here, so it's possible whoever you're in, a situation with, or whatever the case is, is looking for forgiveness. They want to forgive you. Maybe it's even your job that wants to forgive you. Maybe they've wronged you in some type of way as well. But I'm definitely getting somebody, wants to forgive you, or maybe it's possible, you want to forgive somebody for what they've done. Take it how it resonates with you, because the card that you chose was growth. So this is you growing, above something or moving past something. And this is just how people are perceiving you. It doesn't mean it's actually true, but it could very well be true. As far as what you're dealing with in the workplace. How do Pile Two's coworkers think of them? So we have rest in reverse. So your coworkers definitely feel like you're not getting the amount of rest you need, which could be leading to the attitude that you're bringing to work if that resonates with you. So definitely your coworkers think you need to get more rest, or maybe they're just seeing you and they can tell that you're not resting as well, especially with the new day and age of mothers who go back to work. They deal with a lot of stress and not getting as much rest while they're trying to maintain a baby as well, a newborn. Let's see, what do my coworkers think of pile number 2? So we have children in the upright. So it's possible that they know maybe something happened to your child, or maybe they view you as being childish, one of the two here. But they definitely see children, and in this image, the children are just kind of ready to go to school or something like that. So maybe they see you as someone who's ready to learn a possibility, or maybe they just think you're acting childish, again, immature. Maybe your attitude isn't the best currently right now. Maybe they see that you need, some growth. Maybe you need to mature, again, with your card being growth. And 333. Let's see. What do coworkers think? So they think you're creative, which I love that card, me personally. But your coworkers see you as creative. Maybe you're finding creative ways to fix the problems that come up at work. Maybe your job is something to do creatively. Maybe you're a visual, artist. Um, but your coworkers definitely see you as somebody who's creative. Maybe you come up with creative ways to get past obstacles that arise at work. Or maybe you're like a MacGyver with tools. How do they see you? We have gifts in the reverse as well. So, you know, they don't. People at work don't really see you as giving. Maybe you're not someone to, help someone out with their situation, or maybe you're just not one to share your food with. There's nothing wrong with that. But people at work definitely don't see you as giving. So one more card here for pile number 2. So we have faith. So people definitely see you as someone who's, definitely has faith, whatever your religion might be, or faith might be. If you're just spiritual and don't have a religion, there's nothing wrong with that as well. But people definitely see that, whatever your faith is, you definitely believe in it. And, maybe it's possible that they see you getting through whatever you seem to be going through at the moment based on the faith that you have in either yourself or your religion. Okay. I will pull you some advice cards from the major advice deck from Mr. Payne over here. See if Spirit, Universe, God, whatever you believe in, has any advice for you. Kind of fill in these 2 cards. So this one's saying, go have fun, get out of the house. And I can relate to that. Honestly, I'm kind of a homebody, and not necessarily by choice. It's just I don't like dealing with people. I'm an empath, so I kind of pick up on a lot of people's energy. So I don't like leaving the house too much, but I'm working on that. I'm trying to get out. So that might be a message to me as well. But whatever you believe in, it's definitely telling you to get out there, go have fun. If you've never seen this movie, he's actually at a club and he's dancing. His moves are very dated, though. It's a great movie. The second card is say, know thy enemy. So again, this could be something that you're dealing with at work. Maybe you're not getting along with somebody. Maybe you're in some type of situation, whether it's girlfriend, husband, wife. You apply it how it fits. But your spirit guide or the universe, whatever, is saying, get to know what you're dealing with. As they say, like the art of war, you should know your opponent, before you actually go to war with them. So let's see. There will be compelled to pay. So again, spirit guides here are really just saying that they got your back. They're looking out for you, at least in the spiritual realm. But they can only do what they can do on their end. So you got to take care of yourself here on this end. But they're saying regardless of whatever the outcome is, they got you. And get one more card for pile number 2 here. Okay. Show no mercy. So they're saying, just obviously show no mercy. Go, headstrong, head first, whatever the case is. I kind of feel like Spirit's letting you know, like, regardless of, the decisions you make, they got your back. So go ahead and make those decisions. Do what you have to do. They're with you the whole way. So thank you, pile number 2. I hope you found this helpful. Please hit that like button and subscribe button so you can stay up to date on new readings. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Hello, pile 3, and welcome to Hollywood Oracle. Your card is Secrets in Reverse. All right, so Secrets in Reverse. How do your coworkers feel you? Let's see what we got here. We have attractive in the reverse. So as of right away, some of your coworkers definitely don't see you as attractive, and that's fine. Everybody has a type, right? So maybe it's just the place that you work. People don't perceive you as attractive, or maybe they just don't perceive what you present yourself as being attractive. And there's nothing wrong with that, as long as you're comfortable in your body and your clothing. We have meditate in the reverse. So people don't think of you as a really deep person at work. They kind of think you're very, I don't want to say necessarily surface level as far as conversations go with them. They just don't think there's much, up top to dive into, I guess. You're not very one for intellectual conversations is kind of what I'm picking up here. And with the secrets card in reverse, I kind of feel like people don't necessarily, feel like they can open up to you or at least tell you the secrets they have. Hopefully we'll get some more cards to kind of clarify that. Let's see. I actually give these a good shuffle. How do people at work see pile number 3? They definitely see you as a fun person, even though they definitely don't see you as attractive or a deep person. There's nothing wrong. Again, this is just how they perceive you. Does not mean that you're not an attractive person. Maybe you're just not attracted to them. But they definitely see you as a fun person, someone they can, hang out with, joke around with. You don't take things too seriously or too personal. So that's pretty awesome. I enjoy those kind of people. Let's see. So we have new doors in the reverse. So people at work kind of see you, just same, just doing the same thing in and out. You come to work, you go home, you come to work, you go home. Maybe, they don't really think that you have a, outside life from outside of work. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you're a homebody, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. People at work definitely perceive you as somebody who doesn't really, put yourself out there or really go out and do, new things. So let's see, what else do people think of you at work? So we have shadow work in the reverse. So again, I kind of feel like people might perceive you at work to definitely have, some type of issues, and I don't mean that necessarily as like mental or disability or anything like that. They just maybe see that you have some flaws or red flags in your personality that they perceive, and they don't see you really as someone who's working on it. You just kind of accepted whatever is, and you're living your life that way. And there's nothing wrong with that as well. I mean, I would encourage you to keep growing, but some people just kind of stick where they are, and there's nothing wrong with that. People kind of just get comfortable where they are. Your next card is grace. So people definitely see you as somebody who's graceful. maybe even if they don't find you attractive, they do still find you as somebody who holds up appearances, somebody who holds himself in high regard. You don't necessarily let people disrespect you when you're at work. That's pretty awesome. Let's see what we can get. Next card is inspire. So you definitely inspire people at work, and that could be because you're fun, and you walk with grace. So maybe you just inspire other people to do you know those other types of things, or maybe walk with grace as well. Maybe dress better for work. If you see this card, she is Miss Argentina. She's kind of dressed in her kind of like pageant outfit. So you definitely inspire people. Maybe you do something in your free time when you're at home. It could be creative as far as like art projects go. Maybe you run a side business or something like that along the lines, but people definitely see you as inspirational. I'm sorry if you hear me burping. I just drank some soda. Let's see. What else do your coworkers think about you? Creative. Look at that. So we were just literally speaking on people finding you creative, and that's the card we pull out. So people definitely see you as creative. And again, you might do some things after work, that you sell. Maybe you have an Etsy account, or maybe you just, rebuild things, whatever the case is. But people definitely see you as creative, a creative person, and fun. All right. Eternal is your next card. So people definitely see you. I kind of feel like people see you as, being somebody who you kind of always know what kind of mood or personality they have. Like, that this person, if you do work, or maybe you go to school, you have your friends and like your associates, and people always kind of know what to expect from you because you're not a person that really changes a lot. You kind of keep that same persona. What do people think of my pile number 3? Challenge is your next card. So people at work, maybe like to see that you like to challenge yourself at work. Maybe you take on extra projects. Maybe you do go that extra mile, to kind of challenge yourself, learn something new. And I can relate. I like to do that myself. I do kind of put myself through more challenges at work just so I can grow and continue growing, learning new things. So people definitely see you, someone that doesn't shy away from challenges at work. Your next card is home. And we did say that earlier, that it's possible that you might be like a homebody. It's possible people might think you have a nice home or a nice apartment. Take that how it resonates, whatever it is. But definitely, or maybe you just give people like a homey vibe when they're around you. I'm picking up that as well. They find you as a homey person. When they're around you, they feel safe, they feel calm. Let's see. One more card here. Shame. So with this card, I feel like people definitely see you as somebody who can admit when they've done wrong. Definitely someone who takes responsibility for their actions, and that's awesome. I love those type of people, and that's nothing to be ashamed of. So that's how people are viewing you at work. Let's grab you some advice cards from the Major Advice deck. If you've never seen the movie Major Pain, I definitely recommend it. Let's give these cards a shuffle. So, your spirit guides, universe, God, whichever you believe in, is telling you to take a risk. Again, take a risk. I feel like the take a risk is just saying get out there, do something you haven't done before. If you're nervous to do something, maybe you're nervous to learn a department at work, or maybe you're just nervous to go out. Maybe you're an introverted type of person after work, and your spirit guides, universe, whatever you believe in, is definitely telling you to take a risk and get out there. Anything else here? I don't want to. So the spirit guide, universe, God, whatever you believe in, already knows that you don't want to. They know, what type of person you are. Obviously, they spend most time with you because they're with you 24/7. So they know that you don't want to, and that's why they're telling you to take a risk, get out there, experience something new. And there's nothing wrong with experiencing new things. That's definitely how you grow as a person. Okay. Okay, so we have no whining in the reverse. So they're just telling you like, hey, I feel like this one's really just saying, hey, we're proud of you for, not whining for situations that you're in. Um, I feel like the no whining card is them just saying that they're proud of you for, sticking it out, getting this far. Let me tell you, if you're still alive, which I mean, if you're viewing this video, you should be, but they're saying, hey, you made it this far, and that's an accomplishment in itself, especially in this day and age. There's so much going on in the world. So, I always encourage people to get the help that they need if they are going through things and they feel like it's too much, and hopefully in the future, I actually do hope to be doing, kind of actually live calls. So, if there's things that you feel uncomfortable to talk to, about people in your life, maybe you could talk to me about it on the air. So, but spirit guide, universe, whatever you believe in, it's literally just saying they're proud of you for not whining, for sticking it through, for showing up for yourself. They're proud of you. Let's get you one more card here. There will be hell to pay. This card literally came out in every reading today. So, I mean, so that literally just means, look, spirit guides, universe, God, whatever you believe in is looking out for you. Okay. They got your back. They're saying, take that risk, take that leap, take that jump, whatever it is, we got you. Okay. You might fall. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with falling. But when you get up, okay, that's how you learn. You learn from your mistakes by keep getting up. Okay. Take that risk, get out there. Whatever it is you're not doing, pile three, take that risk. Go ahead and take it. Do it. Honestly, I was nervous to start getting into reading cards, and this is me taking my risk. So if I can do it, you can do it. Okay. Thank you for tuning in to Hollywood Oracle. I will see you on the next one. If this resonated for you, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.